Hello again, I am Joe Bob, and welcome back to my American adventure here on American Truck Simulator. So, 1.55, the update has gone live. Quite a few changes. We'll take a quick look at the change log here. It's actually not going to show you the change log, but I will quickly read through the main points. So they've added in Driving Academy, which is a new module. They called it Truck Driving Proficiency. It's an extended module on top of the original training school. I will give that a go at some point. Asynchronous loading has been added in. They've updated the Freightliner Cascadia to add the 5th generation of that truck with some extra tweaking options. They've updated the Kenworth T680 as well. Some more options have been added into that. There's some more engine variants from the Cummins X12 and X15 series as well. Some new transmission options to go with them, and some new paint stuff as well. There's also some prep for some of the DLCs, some new intros for various DLCs such as New Mexico, new additional content for the Nebraska DLC. So I think we have, did we have Nebraska? I'm not sure if we do, but it adds in a few bit of extra bits for that. There's also an update for the farm machinery DLC, which I don't have. Some flow below painted parts have been added in, including some new wheel rims. We'll also find intros for the following cities in New Mexico: Farmington, Las Cruces, Roswell, and Santa Fe. The male UX has also been described, and the quality of life improvements for the options have been done. There's also a hotkey now, or the ability to add a hotkey for my location if we scroll off the map. Let me go back to the game itself. So in terms of some of those, I can show you straight away. You now get this when you go across some of your graphics options. It actually shows you the quality at each of the steps, as well as just giving you a little bit of text. So for example, reflection scaling, it'll now show you the differences between each of those settings, which I think is a really, really good touch, especially for people like me who are a little unsure of exactly what has an impact on performance. It's nice to be able to see visual changes as well as being told how much of an impact it usually has on performance as well. So there you can see the different mirror settings, for example, vegetation detail. So you can see the difference between low, medium, and high. And it's like that all the way through. Like the weather, for example, you'll see the difference in the road surfaces, depending on which one you select. It's really nice to actually see those changes appear in the as you're making them, which I think is really, really good. And on top of that, we have had to make some changes to mods. A couple of mods are broken because of the update. My Freightliner FLB that I was so keen to use is no longer compatible, nor is the Kenworth W990, which I didn't actually have installed on this file anyway, but yeah, can't add that in. I'm sure these will get updated. Harbin's usually pretty good. I'd imagine that this one needs a bit of work as well. But on top of that, we've added in a brand new mod, which is the Realistic Drivers mod. This was recommended to me tonight in the live stream, my F1 live stream by Wayne, which is supposed to make driving the AI drive more realistically, not be quite so annoying, hopefully. So you can see I've added it into the mod queue. The rest of the mods are still unchanged. I took out the FLB, I added in this, so it's still 10 mods total. We've got the realistic economy, or the more realistic economy, as I should say, realistic weather system, realistic drivers, the new mod there, ahead of traffic density. These are compatible with each other, apparently. Realistic train lengths, don't know if that's going to be affected by the realistic drivers, shouldn't be. Sound fixes, real companies and gas stations, etc. The animated dog, the FLB retro skin pack. I can actually take that out, seeing as we don't have the FLB anymore. And then the Kenworth still works, so that might end up being our first truck after all. And with all that done, let's continue our career, shall we? So we have access to the bank now. We can make some changes there if we wanted to. In terms of used trucks, we do have a used Kenworth. It's only done 7,000 miles, but at this point we may as well just buy them brand new. That's still a little more expensive than I would like. I don't really want to take out 250k loans. So we're going to keep working on jobs until we can have a little bit more cash. I think we said we were going to work till level 10, didn't we? We are currently level 7, I believe. I don't know where we ended up, actually. Was it Odessa? It wasn't Abilene. Was it Wichita Falls? It might have been Wichita Falls. So let's see. We've got a job to Amarillo. Have we been to Amarillo? Well, apparently we have. Maybe that's where we ended up. In Amarillo. So we can go to Laredo. That's a long job, actually. It's quite a long job. Where else could we go? Let's have a look. Price by mile. And that is actually the best paying job per mile. Just that's out of state. Again, don't really want to go out of state yet. That goes into Oklahoma. We've got one back to Odessa. We've got Fort Collins in Colorado. Kansas. We don't have Nebraska. Okay. Where else have we got? Kansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, back to Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, a few for New Mexico, and then Hayes. Yeah, we're going to take, I think, we're going to take that first job because it is a good paying job and it's a pretty long drive as well. We'll be able to potentially hit Junction on the way and maybe add that to our list as well, and then see whether we can get a job out this way on our next run. So yeah, we'll take this one, go back to Laredo. We're going to be driving an International LT Skyrise. What are we pulling? Something heavy. It's going to be valuable as well. High value. Arctic trailer. Standard delivery options. Let's take this one. And let's fire up the truck, shall we? So, I don't need the window. Do need both the mirrors though. And I'm assuming that my wheel still works and I don't need to reprogram it. So far, so good. Buttons seem to be working. What time is it? 7:40. So let's get lights on. Actually, is that 7:40 AM or 7:40 PM? Not sure. Running a little close. But with this trailer, I want to make sure that we are clearing those corners properly. So it's 7:42 AM, so we won't need the lights on for very long. Haven't driven for over a week, so going to be a little bit rusty. Still haven't done any work with the gear stick yet. But I will try and get some practice in with that this weekend, I think. Just trying to edge forward. I'm also wary of where I am against that barrier. I have to go out of this junction pretty straight, I think. I have to force my way through. into traffic, I think. Oh, there's a crash. There's an opportunity. And that car is bouncing through the ground. I don't know what mod is causing it to do that, whether it's the realistic driving or maybe just a 1.55 bug or what. But yeah, interesting. Alright, we are out. Oop. There we go. Managed to get a screenshot in. Woo! Came back to the cab just in time there. There is a train on our left. That's an okay sized train. I've seen longer ones. I do not like this junction being as tight as it is. We are clear to move. There we go. And this is a, I think, 2-lane road in our yes, it is. You can see we've got some kind of accident happening just over there. Oh, yeah, fender bender. Right, let's take a look at our dashboard. There we go. Wow, this truck. This is like a 600 horsepower truck and it's still struggling to accelerate, so it's a pretty heavy cargo. It's going to take us 11 and a bit hours to get where we are going. And we need to rest in about 13 hours. So we've got a couple of hours to play with, but that's not a huge amount considering that it's going to take us quite a bit of time every time to get up to speed. So those 2 extra hours that we have are going to disappear pretty quickly, I think. I think we can turn our lights off now. Sounded like a bit of a rumble of maybe thunder as well, so we might get some wet weather in a moment. Foot is flat to the floor and we've only just hit 50. So yeah, those bonus 2 hours, they're going to disappear very quickly, so we might have to take a rest on this one. Let me go back to this and have a quick look. Yeah, we've got plenty of time to take a rest. And you can see we've got less than 2 hours remaining now. We're already running behind schedule because our speed is still so low. Almost hit 60. This little downhill will get us there quite nicely. Just not looking forward to if we have to drop our speed down to say 40 or 30, then spending an eternity getting back up to speed again. Alright, we're at 65. I'm going to set cruise control at 65. Because I don't know how much this extra weight's going to affect my braking. And this seems like a sensible kind of compromise. Cloud cover looks very pretty. Let's jump up to the roof of the cab. So we can take in some of that lovely scenery. So we've got an express train, quite a long express train. Oh no, wait, that's not. I thought that was a moving express train. It's the barrier. There was me thinking it was a train off in the distance. Oh dear. I am a bit of a muppet. Alright, are we going to get pulled in? Nope, we're not. Does look like we are coming up to a little bit of a potentially built up area, so we might lose some. Yeah, there we go. Look, there's the warning. I'm going to go back in cab. Down to 50. Down to 40. Is there a 30 coming up? No, there is a right turn coming up though, and no slip lane for us. I tried to position myself wide to the left here to give us a little bit more room for this turn. We should be getting the go-ahead any moment. There we go. There we go. Let's move over to the other lane. My foot is flat to the floor. Acceleration is not good. Although it's about to pick up down here. This road may flood. Luckily, it's nice and dry. Oh man, this feels so lethargic, this truck. Re-engage cruise control. We're still quite a way away from our target speed. actually going to up it a little bit to 70. Slight incline meant we had to drop down a gear there. It is still threatening bad weather. Driving back into some pretty heavy looking cloud cover. I don't think we've ever taken a break on one of our jobs before in this series. Trying to park up in a rest spot could be quite interesting with this. We're certainly going to have to cut across quite a few bays by the look of it. It's going to ease the speed down. Down to 40. Like we might potentially be joining up with a freeway in a moment, or at least a dual lane highway. Don't forget you can rate my driving in the comments. I'll try not to take offense if you slam me. Diversion there, closing the road to us. Alright, let's see where this new route takes us then. It looks like it's going to tell us to double back on ourselves. That's not very helpful. We'll have to breeze through the next junction and see what happens from that point onwards, I think. Okay, why is everyone driving so slow? I know it's realistic traffic, but oh, because the lanes are merging. But even so, I would expect they're going to be a little bit quicker than this. And then we're doing, what, 30, 35 in a 75 zone here. Bit of a tailback. Something up ahead is causing everything to go slow. Really slow. Wow. And now I'm going to be a mobile speed barrier. So I try desperately to get back up to speed. There we go. Now we've gone back to 2 lanes. Everything is started flowing a bit faster. I expect to see a whole flurry of cars try and get past me here. Have we got another lane merge coming up? We do. Alright, well that's one guy going through. And he's the only one. So this is where it wants me to turn around, which we're not going to be doing, because that's just going to lead me straight back to the route that's blocked by that diversion. So let's see what route it calculates for me now. So we're now behind our rest needs. And there we go, there's our diversion. Just about getting up to speed, and here comes a reduction. We're going to be turning off at some point soon. Oh, here we go. Here's our turn off. And I'm pretty sure I won't be able to shortcut through that petrol station there, so I'm not even going to try. Tried that once before on just a random game file. Tried to cut through a garage like that to avoid a traffic light intersection, and I hit an invisible wall. I fully expect it'll be the same there. And whereas it's much easier to back up with just a normal trailer, not so much with one of these big articulated ones. Go. Oh, this hill's going to be so slow. It's going to be so slow up here. Which is going to make my merging speed very low. Which is really not ideal. Hopefully this guy's going to give me the room. Looks like he's backed off. Yeah, I really don't like merging at slow speeds like that. It just invites you to get rear-ended. Don't tell me they're going to close it down here as well. Or is this just for an RTA? Yeah, it's just an RTA. That's all right. But it's just another really long period of trying to get up to speed again. So we're now an hour short of our initial delivery time. So yeah, our time is bleeding away very quickly. Luckily we still have plenty of time to get this done, but a stop is now absolutely imperative. Because by the time we get to the point where we need to take a rest, our driver's going to be still a couple hours short at least of getting to where he needs to be, and also probably pretty exhausted. Speed limit drops to 55. We haven't even come close to hitting 70, let alone 75. And looks like we have a potential junction up ahead. We do. This guy's not going to let me out. And what's this one? Come on, somebody let me out. You. That was not ideal. Don't think about it. Oof. Once again, we are back down at like 20-30 miles an hour again. Very slow paced delivery today. And I think at this point I'm just going to stay in this lane now. Once we go around this little island, it's not really a roundabout, it's just an island around a building. Town hall, maybe? I think we're going to be merging onto our old route pretty soon. Not entirely sure where that's going to happen. We may have already done it actually. I think we've just done it. So we're back on the original route now. Move into the slower lane. Haven't been down this way before. looks like that's Abilene off to the left. So, let's start thinking about where we want to stop. And when. Get off the rumble. We have a little left-right, oh sorry, right-left switch coming up. It's going to drop our speed back down again. No obvious rest points visible just yet. So we'll just kind of play it by ear once we've hit that left turn. Come on, I really don't have to slow down any more than this. Given how long it takes me to get any kind of speed going, you really do feel the frustration of real-life truck drivers when somebody just cuts across them and they have to slowly build their speed back up again. You know, in situations like this. And they have to go through all the gears themselves. We are currently using an automatic. So we should have a left turn coming up. Here it is. Stay in this lane then. What are we waiting on? Oh, there we go. Another train off in the distance somewhere. I think we might be about to see it. Or maybe not. It's underneath this bridge. Let's see, 92 miles from junction. Yet to tag that location. rail bridge, or is this a river bridge? Looks like a rail bridge. Nope, it's a river bridge. Ride the roof for a little while. Now we need to start paying attention to when we're going to see a rest point. Our fatigue level is creeping up. Still have a little under 6 hours of driving to do, and we are certainly not going to make that. We're not even going to be close to making it. Maybe we'll actually pull in at junction and take a rest there. See what the route provides us. Slower traffic, keep right. Well, that very much applies to us. Foot is still flat to the floor. Has been since we turned onto this road. Up to 62 now. The acceleration in this is abysmal. Any kind of gradient, you know, uphill gradient is just, you know, death. Again, something potentially wrong with the coding of the traffic. I wonder if this is... maybe it was just that truck needed to get up to some speed. That I can relate to. We do have a rest point coming up here, it would seem, but I have no idea if this is a decent sized rest stop or not. Doesn't look like it. Lights on. You know what, we are going to turn off here. I wonder if I could have parked up there. I think I probably could have done. Let's see what happens if we try and pull up here. Nothing. Damn it, we should have pulled in up there. Yeah, this isn't counting as a parking bay. It was that strip on the side of the road up there. Damn it. Alright, now we've got to try and accelerate, pulling up a hill against the flow of traffic. This isn't going to be fun. Oh my god, I can't even... I'm not even accelerating. Oh, no, that was a trailer. It's not what I meant to do. I meant to... Oh my god, I'm just rolling downhill. Is my engine off? I've got no traction at all. I've tried turning on diff lock with V. Nothing's happening. It is V, isn't it? Let me have a look at controls. Yeah, it's V, and it's not doing anything. Oh dear. We're kind of stuck. Doesn't even have an indicator as to whether or not diff lock's engaged. There we go. I think it's because I was moving. Oh man, I can't see a damn thing. Totally at the mercy of everyone here. There we go. That was not fun. I'm hopeful I've turned diff lock off. I don't actually know. And now we need to find another rest point. Oh boy. Lights are on. Yeah, that was very nearly disastrous. But we've come out of it without hitting anything or being hit by anyone. So I call that a win. Now I just need to find somewhere to stop. This might be junction. At the very least, this might be a rest stop. It is. Alright, so I want to go straight over here then. Do I? To get to that rest stop? Yes, straight over. Which means I'm possibly in the wrong lane here. No, I was actually in the right lane. Oh my god. This is where I need to pull in. No, it's not. Oh, damn. We're gonna have to go a little off-road. Now I need to find a bay I can sleep in that I can actually get parked in. That's not going to be easy. It needs to be something I can drive into. Ah, well, that'll do. We'll be a little bit creative with our parking here. There we go. Not perfect. But at least we got the rest that we needed. I was going to try and park in that disabled bay there. So, there is no way out here. We're going to have to follow it round. Don't need to worry about fuel, I don't think. We've got half a tank left, yeah, that'll be more than enough. And then it looks like we exit around here. So I did have the right entrance point, just the wrong side of the pumps. We went cross-country because we were the other side of this little car park here. Alright, so we'll know that for next time we come this way. And now we've got a 180. This is going to be tricky. We're going to stop. Yield and go. Hope that I don't cut that corner too much. Might hit the sign. Not a kind junction. Certainly been one of the most involved jobs that we've had. I just hope that the parking is going to be nice and simple and straightforward at the end. I still have nightmares about that job we took at SpaceX. Where I spent almost as long having to park the thing as I did getting there. Speed limit's 80. Oh, if only. Set mine for 70. And I wouldn't be surprised if I don't even hit that. Probably think about turning our lights off now as well. Next up is Uvalde. He's still got lights on. So let's put ours back on then. I don't want to risk getting a fine. Oh yeah, he's still got lights on as well. So yeah, we'll keep the lights on. Looks like we are turning off here. Right. Am I merging behind this guy? I think I am. Yeah. Right, so how far have we got left? 3 3/4 hours. We've only got 7 hours to do this. We might actually struggle on time for this one, just simply because of how bad this truck is accelerating with this cargo. I would not be at all surprised if we end up being a little bit late with this. Don't pull out in front of me. Okay, he's going over, that's fine. Can't afford to lose speed. We're up against it now. I'm not even, I still haven't hit 50 yet. Oh, you're kidding me. Lane's closing down. And the speed's dropping to 35. Are you kidding me? Steep downhill gradient. Let's see if we can actually pick up a bit of speed here without losing control of the truck. I think I'll just coast. There's no need to accelerate. Gravity will do enough of that for us, I think. Alright, there we go. Stabilising at around 60-ish. I'm going to have to slow down because the traffic is going slower in single lane traffic. So we're just going to bleed off all of that speed again. Someone turning off here. Nope. The coach is still going on. Two and a half hours of driving, 5.5 hours to go, and again, I'm not convinced that we're gonna make it with more than an hour of time to spare. A little bit of struggle with the wheel there for a moment. Again, just some damage to the road surface, I think. speeding offence? What? When did it hit 30? Oh, god damn it. I didn't even see how much I got fined there, but it won't have been cheap. It just flicked back up to 40. God damn. I didn't even see the sign. Oh, man. That's most of the money for this job, which has taken us an eternity to do. Gone. Damn it. I'm stuck doing less than 40 miles an hour in the 70 zone again. This job's been horrible for very different reasons to the parking nightmare, but it's been a tricky one, this one, and it's not been, I don't want to say it's not been enjoyable. I mean, it's been frustrating, and the fact that we just lost most of the money for it is doubly so, but it's definitely been a challenge, this one. Just trying to keep the speed up. We still have to park this thing, and I'm hoping that's going to be nice and straightforward. If it's horrible, I might cry. I really might. £60-mile-an-hour speed limit coming up. That's not going to be a problem. But what comes after it might be. Keeping my eyes out for that 30 sign now. I don't see one. It's like driving in cement. Come on. Please accelerate. I think it's fair to say there's no way our first truck is going to be able to handle a job like this. It's just not going to have the power. Our first truck's likely to have an engine that's around 370, maybe 400 horsepower. This is a 600 and something horsepower engine. And it is struggling. Nebraska is coming, poster. Iowa is coming. And a Missouri poster as well. Yeah. Plug in their DRCs. With these lights, this is brutal. we've now got a 2 hours, 2.25 hour, window of overrun. That's down from 3. We're going to get caught out by these lights at the next stop as well. They're going to change before we get there. I was hoping. Where are all the road markings for this junction? Damn it. The second I come to a stop, the light gets green. I was hoping it would go green while I was still coasting. At least this Mack truck's going to wait for me. Too far away now. Maybe an hour away. I don't know, probably more than that. I'm feeling optimistic. An hour and 10. Less than 2 hours overrun now. Just gonna leave this up, I think. I can't, it's blocking my GPS. We'll pick up a little bit of speed downhill. Yeah, this has definitely been one of the more challenging jobs on a time perspective. I never expected us to, at the start of this job, to be so tight for time. I mean, we lost a fair bit with that, messing around with the first rest stop where we went to where it wasn't actually the rest stop. We went down below. But even so, I mean, just the amount of stop-starts that we've had to make and how long it takes us to get to any kind of speed. And anytime we approach top cruising speed, we immediately have to slam the brakes on because we get a reduction in speed, and then it takes forever to get back up to any kind of speed again. It's been rough. It's been rough going. We are almost there now. Is that our destination? That big plant up there. I mean, it's got to be. Yes, it is. Right. Next question is, how tricky is our parking going to be? I'd like to think the parking itself will be pretty straightforward, but just getting to the marker to initiate parking might not be straightforward. Could be some very, very tight turns ahead of us here with very narrow entry points with gates and fencing and walls. Ah, that's actually really straightforward. Let's hope the parking is just as kind. Yes, it is. Okay. There we go. That one was a real chore, but it's done. Money was decent. Shame we lost about, at least a third of it to that fine. I don't actually know how much I got fined. I didn't see it. But my guess is somewhere close to $200. So, yeah, that could have been worse. I thought didn't realize we were getting paid that much. Nice chunk of XP as well, closing in on level 8. And that is where we are going to call it for this episode. We will be back very soon with the next part of our American adventure. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more American Truck Simulator very soon.